I'm officially live. Alrighty. Let me find my live to ensure, like, my audio is clear and just overall shit. Yeah, I mean. Oh my gosh. Uh, excuse me, chat. But yo, what's good, chat? How y'all feeling today? I'm feeling blessed. Back with more of me playing GTA 5 Director mode. And yeah, apparently my game had to restart. Cause apparently I had to update my PSI, which is lovely. I love it. It's great. Wanted level is disabled. But yeah, how y'all feeling today, chat? But yeah, y'all know what I chatted about last night. But yeah, I'm not gonna necessarily mention like about the synonym like adult, like adolescent slash adult, because that's gonna be removed by me in exactly 4 more years, so I don't have to constantly repeat it. So when I mention adolescent, y'all know what I'm specifically referring to because the word adult means up, like alt, adult, like increased mental maturity, like mentally mature slash mentally an adult, like regardless of our chronological age and regardless of our mental maturity. I mean, especially the chronological ages I specifically mentioned was in my recent life. I mean, like despite the age criminal laws being temporarily, like in terms of the motherfucking bitch ass current laws, like despite the age criminal laws being temporarily, like regardless of our chronological age and regardless of our mental maturity. I mean, especially the chronological ages I specifically mentioned was in my recent life. I mean, and then I was mentioning about my like, but yeah, that synonym's not gonna be, it's not gonna necessarily be a thing anymore. It's just temporally, physically, and adolescent within the motor body. That simple. It's 10 plus is when it occurs. Because my sister's 11, and it's her second year being an adolescent and preteen. Because preteen means between 10 and 12. 11's like in the middle. And a golden birthday, I'm pretty sure it specifically means like the year you were born. But what about the date you were born on? Like your birthday, like the date you were given birth by your mother, by. Pretty sure that's gotta seem like a special birthday. But yeah, Sweet 16 people think for females, but I'm pretty sure it's for boys and girls. But the whole point why it's for girls because they are typically the ones to finish puberty. But some girls when they're 18, unless girls is 8, or excuse me, unless girls is 16, boys is 18. Some people think it's 20, but no, that's when your aging occurs. I don't age because I feel like that's a curse for those who are sinners, less sanctified, and certain individuals who are lowly sanctified. And people are like, what about highly sanctified individuals? Excuse me. I mean, a tiny bit, like a bit of individuals who are highly sanctified, but not all. I would say just lowly, less. I would say lowly sanctified and less sanctified individuals, especially sinners. All sinners, though. Like Michael, he is less sanctified. Trevor and Franklin as well. Yo, what is good? AZ, how you feeling, brother? I'm doing great, feeling blessed. How you feeling? Oh man. But overall, chat. No, 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 not necessarily. I have not necessarily gotten into contact with him. Um, I would say today. I mean, you've been quite busy, so today would possibly be the possibility. So, might as well. Morning disabled. No, it's all good. But yeah, that's overall. You know what I'm specifically referring to when I'm in terms of like aging. Like me, I don't age. Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. Figured you'd understood. Like I would typically call um if I just started my live stream and I don't necessarily have nothing to do at the moment, then we can possibly call. Or if I'm playing Fortnite, you know. GTA Direct mode, I mean I'm gonna be talking to my viewers and like it'll take a while for me to process, so it's all good. Hell yeah, AZ. I mean, it doesn't seem like you aged, so. Alrighty, without further ado, let's get straight to this shit. Let me see who I could possibly be. No beard and no tattoos. Just I look clean. Hell yeah! I mean, okay, that's perfect. Obviously. Excuse me, chat. Hold on, let me adjust my setting. I didn't necessarily adjust that. But yeah, like I specifically mentioned on my other live stream, like, don't necessarily be desperate. Because that was not necessarily a hater. Because a hater would be straight up with me. They would, like, well, not straight up. They would just be BSing. Because obviously, people could be like, let haters hate. Well, don't necessarily mention that. Because if you mention that, then they're gonna hate. You want to encourage. You can't necessarily encourage negativity. You gotta encourage positivity. So God of my Jesus Christ, not necessarily Lucifer / Satan. You know what I mean? But it's all good though. Hold on, give me a minute. I do something for quite a bit. Alright. I have my mic on, so don't worry. But yeah, I actually closed my eyes as well because my head was hurting last night. That's the whole point why I was AFK for quite a long while. And apparently he's calling me. I mentioned, like, if I want to consider him calling. I mentioned that I'm going to be talking to you all, you know? Because it takes off from the process of what I was going to mention. But yeah, like, don't necessarily be desperate. Like, don't necessarily do it for attention. That's, like, arrogant and prideful because you want to do for... Well, pride is associated with looks. People think pride means arrogant. Like, they're synonyms. They're not necessarily. They can overlap because pride is associated with arrogance, but overall, you are arrogant, but you're going for the looks, not necessarily the personality. Whether it's in terms of relationship, someone who have gained fame, because God of my Jesus Christ is famous. He's well known. That's what famous means. Yeah, obviously, AZ, I specifically mentioned that I would only want you to call if I mentioned that you can call, you know? Not at the moment, AZ. Possibly when I get a chance, though, you know? But not at the moment. But yeah, appreciate you for not necessarily spamming a call like you typically do. Because whenever I mention that text, like, oh, sorry, I can't talk at the moment, or I can't necessarily talk right now, that typically means, like, you know, like, I don't want to constantly spam it, but you know what I'm specifically referring to. But yeah, it's been quite a while since I played Fortnite, you know. Actually, should I call him chat? I mean, I mentioned that if I'm playing Fortnite or GT Director mode, or GT 5 Director mode, excuse me. Might as well, because... Actually, yeah, you could call me AZ, because I don't necessarily have much to mention, plus it's been quite a while since we chatted. Yeah, today, AZ, we could possibly consider role-playing. I mean, I don't necessarily have much to do at the moment, plus I have a day off today, so if you're like, oh, why am I on, like, live streaming? Because, you know, you would be like, oh, you typically have work. But yeah, appreciate you for not necessarily calling me while I'm working. Unless you have, but it's all good. Because my phone's on airplane mode. But yeah, appreciate you for not necessarily calling, you know. Because when I'm actually working, you can't necessarily call. Because you've actually called me when I was working with my uncle. But you would forget because not every Saturday I'll be working with my uncle. Which, hey, it's a relief because I just need a... And I'm not saying in a negative term, I mean, like... You know. Oh yeah, what I wanted to mention last night as well, chat. Nope, AZ is calling. But one more thing I want to mention is, like, when it comes to urban air or whatever. Actually, I'm gonna mute myself on the call, so I'm gonna answer the call and then I'll mention afterwards. Hold up. Yo, what is good?
What's good? I'm exercising right now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
Yo, it's good. What's that? I can't quite hear you.
Can you hear me?
Not quite.
Mike, can you hear me?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, hold on, give me a minute.
Mike Bahari Jr.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like when he mentions that. Like for some certain reason, I don't necessarily like when he's like a junior. Plus, I don't necessarily want my kids to be a junior. I mean, people could be like, oh, it's a sin if you don't necessarily want it, but we have free will, and it's
Working on something big.
as long as I have a kid, that's all that matters.
Bahari.
Like regardless, you know. Plus, I'm only gonna have one son, and my wife doesn't necessarily want to have kids to be junior because she wants them to have their own name, you know, which is actually not necessarily a sin.
Hey, Mike,
Yo, it's good.
can you hear me?
Yeah, but yeah, what were you mentioning?
I'm working out.
Yeah, you mentioned that. But yeah, what you were mentioning?
Which part?
You mentioned you were like mentioning something, but I couldn't quite hear you.
I got a text message.
Ah, got you.
I'm sorry. Dude, Mike, I haven't played Fortnite for a while. It's been a month.
Oh, for me, it's been like 1 week, or not 1 week, like a couple days.
Oh, it's been a month. Because remember I told you I'm the powerful Fortnite?
Yeah.
But Marcellus and Melvin doesn't believe me.
What's that?
Melvin and Marcellus doesn't believe me.
Why is that?
Because they said I'm lying.
Nah, don't necessarily believe that. But anyway, chat. As I was specifically mentioning, chat, because I was gonna mention some. Hold up, chat. Yeah.
Mike, I'm retired from Fortnite. Mike, why does Juan and Erica think I'm bored? I'm not bored.
What's that?
Why does Juan and Erica think I'm bored? I'm not bored.
Exactly.
Whenever I say you look tired, I'm just joking around.
Exactly.
But they can take it so seriously.
Exactly.
Well, why does people take everything so seriously? It's just a joke.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't take it seriously. I just like, you know.
You just laugh, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
No, because
When
what
are you in California?
um potentially once I get a job, but anyway, before we get into that topic, because whenever you mentions a joke, like cause I know it's a joke, like it's because whenever people mention, oh, it's a joke, like I know it's a joke.
Yeah. Go for it.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, for California, yeah, once I possibly get a job, because when I applied for that one job that I want to consider working at, like
You should work for Disney or Epic Games.
did you mention Disney or Epic Games?
Both.
Possibly Epic Games.
Do you think Charlie Wentz lazy? There's no new content for Fortnite.
No, like I mentioned, like the CEO is like It seems like the CEO is manipulating him because, like, if he have free will, then he should consider like doing it under his own will. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I want you to work for
Oh, for fuck's
Epic
sake.
Games so you can fire the CEO.
Exactly.
So you become the new CEO and then you can rehire Donna Mustard.
Yeah, because I did research and apparently it's a sin to fire out of money for money.
Really?
Exactly. Like why would you fire someone for money? Like that's the whole point why Donald Mustard got fired because his idea was perfect and Tim Sweeney he got jealous and he exactly he's greedy and then he got envious.
Oh, fucking shit.
People should not be envious.
Exactly.
You should speaking of sin, or like religious, I started a Bible study.
What's that?
I started a Bible study.
That's cool.
Do you want to join?
Yeah, potentially.
It's a virtual Bible study.
Gotcha.
Do you want to join?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be 10 o'clock your time, by the way.
Gotcha.
Are you sure you can handle it?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Anyway, unless you want him to interrupt while I'm talking to you all. But anyway, as I was mentioning, so for my sis.
You know what I learned from Pastor Ryan
Hold on.
on last Friday?
What's that?
Is that you need to sacrifice your own career for God.
Exactly. For God Almighty Jesus Christ.
Because he told me there's a difference between sacrifice and upgrade.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you think of sacrifice and upgrade?
You idiot.
Like the meaning of it?
No, from like religion.
Like to sacrifice for something that's temporarily and like how you should like get closer to like God like consistently.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because from what I learned is that sacrifice means a lot. Upgrade means you're changing to another person.
Yeah, exactly.
But why does Drake keep making dramas? Creating dramas?
Because of arrogant.
Why does people have to be arrogant?
Because of Satan.
Wow. I wish there's no Satan in the world.
Right?
Yeah, tell me more about it. I want to learn. Because I'm still learning how to be a religious person.
Hold on, give me a minute. Anyway, chat. But as I was specifically mentioning, oops, took off from your process. My bad. But
I'm calling Weasel News.
But yeah, so yeah, for Saturday I'm gonna head towards my sister's birthday party. So my younger sister. So, and we're gonna head to. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna answer until like afterwards. Cause let me finish what I was gonna mention. But like yeah, cause we're gonna head to urban area, and apparently my dad was mentioning like only younger individuals are meant to be there. No, no, absolutely not. Any individual could consider being there. Like there's no limit in being at a trampoline park or a bounce house. Bounce house though over requires you to have a specific weight, you know. Actually, I'm pretty sure the weight doesn't necessarily matter. I'm pretty sure if you're like very tall, then it's unfortunate. But anyway, that's all I gotta specifically mention because this guy is gonna constantly mention my name and like I don't want to constantly unmute and chat and then like because he wasn't mentioned then he like mentions my name or whatever, you know. But yeah, I mean, I am looking forward to be a president, you know, chat. I'm pretty sure this is the building that you would overall. This is what the building looks like overall before you overall purchase. Before you overall purchase the arcade. Yeah, I mean. But hold on, anyway, he's coming in. Yo, what's good? Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, about your question about like Satan and like why you overall wish that he didn't necessarily turn to Satan when. Well, no, not exist, but like turn into the being he is at the moment. Because if you mention like not exist, then that would seem arrogant for God to make someone non-existent. So the term you could, because it's so the term you could have. No, you're good. But the term you could have possibly used is come into being. Like overall, if he were to remain as Lucifer and he's like, and he never chose to be a sinful God and became a God through the God Almighty Jesus Christ, like Buddhist and other gods that God Almighty give authority towards, then like there wouldn't necessarily be sin, there wouldn't necessarily be aging, no puberty, no growth, just exactly. Like me, I seem ageless because people are like, "Wow, you look like you haven't aged." But jokes aside, overall, like, yeah, I look ageless, you know. Do you think you look ageless, or you think you're aging?
I'm ageless. People say I'm too young. Every time I shave my mustache, I look 18 years old.
Yeah, but speaking of facial hair, I don't necessarily like when people think that you look older when it's just hair like on your face. Like it doesn't necessarily like increase your aging, you know.
Yeah.
Cause some people look like
How come people in Fortnite doesn't age?
because even though there are some sinful aspects like wars and like weapons, apparently people they don't age despite what they've done overall. Cause yeah, cause Jones, he looks like he's close to it seems like he's 17 but in the military or 16 or 15 despite because mental maturity doesn't come from chronological age, it comes from your IQ, like how mentally mature you are. Because people are confused with what the word adult means, which you mentioned that you use the term adult, but I use the term adolescent, like physically speaking. But mentally, because Adam and Eve, people are trying to, because Satan doesn't want people to know what Adam and Eve actually look like. He thinks that when you're fully grown, that's what adulthood is. But adulthood means once you reach that mentality peak, like the maturity peak, that's when you're aware of your mental maturity and like I feel like before puberty, because people think that your brain is developed when you're 25, but that's like a myth. Because people think like, oh, when you're in your 30s or 40s, it's fully developed. No, after you're born, it's fully developed and formed. But the whole point why it looks small is because your skull is small. But as you grow, your skull grows. And that's when your brain makes room for like plenty of neurons and your prefrontal cortex, where you know you make all the decision making, the judgment calls, and your impulse means how to not necessarily get into temptation. You know that's your impulse control of that temptation slash manipulation, where you don't necessarily where you that's his impulse control. He doesn't manage his emotions. See, he have anger.
Yeah,
Exactly. Compare mine to his.
What human is.
Exactly. When people say to be human, people get majority of people get confused. Like, what are you referring to? Why are you saying to be human? It means to feel the emotion that God has provided. God and my Jesus Christ have provided. To be emphasis,
Yeah.
to have empathy.
Yeah. I wish we had two emotions, just happy and joy.
Well, happy and joy are synonyms. So you meant like joy and love.
Unbelievable.
Joy and love, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like because people think Adam and Eve sinned, but the Bible is rewritten. Satan doesn't want people to know the truth. He wants to twist God and my Jesus Christ's words.
Actually, I found out the truth.
What's that? If it's false, then I'm gonna have to.
It was Eve who was tempted, not
E-
Adam. Adam stood next to Eve and did nothing.
Exactly. So people think like, oh, she disobeyed, but I feel like Satan went into her mind and like she just ate the fruit, and then after she ate the fruit, she's like, oh my gosh.
Actually, she gave the fruit to Adam first.
Well, because Satan got into her mind, that's why he ate the fruit. That's why they call it the Adam apple, but the truth is they refer to it as the forbidden fruit. Because I did research, and the apple was created by the European individuals, and that's because they think that evil and apple, like in different language, they think like apple means evil, but that's a misunderstanding of the other language from whatever. So I'm pretty sure in the future people are gonna refer to as Adam's whatever. They're gonna refer to as Adam's fruit, even though he wasn't the.
Adam's fruit, yeah, Adam's fruit.
Yeah, because simply because he wasn't tempted. Because I feel like Eve's like, because when Satan got into her mind, after she got after she felt conscious afterwards, she's like, oh my goodness, what happened? What has Satan done? And like after.
It was the snake. Snake represents fruit.
Exactly. Because people thought that Adam and Eve didn't knew about them having nothing on, but they knew before and afterwards. But they have shame, they had lust. That's why after when the ice age occurred, because I feel like the timeline of the Bible, it transition. And then after transition, that's when they wore unless they never wore clothing because Satan brought sin, not them. Yeah, I saw.
What do you mean you saw? You never saw my clothes. You know if I ever get a boot, I always blame it on
Yeah, so yeah, tell me more about it.
Ho-
When you learn how to be a Christian.
yeah, hold up. Huh?
I said if I ever get a boot, I always blame it
I'll say like weeks or months. Same thing. Anyway, I'm gonna check. It remains. Read the Bible. Anyway, the Bible was rewritten by people from different countries, so. But anyway, Hydro. So anyway, as I was mentioning, because people think that they disobeyed, but that's just a rewritten version. But the version of you mentioning like Eve was tempted, meaning like Satan got into her mind. Because the temptation we have today, he doesn't just enter our mind; he speaks to us in our mind, but he doesn't.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. And then he like compare.
Similar like Far From Home when Spider-Man get hallucinated by Mysterio.
Exactly, that's how Adam and Eve felt. But compared to us, we had the free will to reject his temptation. Whereas Adam and Eve, Satan entered their mind, they couldn't get out of that trap. They were like in a trap zone. So instead of mentioning that Adam and Eve brought sin, it's Satan because he's the originator of sin. He created sin, and people are like wondering why. And people are mentioning, did God create evil? He never did. The whole point why he let it remain is so we can experience what this world has become. And apparently scientists, which is the true scientists, through God Almighty Jesus Christ, not Scientologism, through through atheism, the people are saying that the universe, the whole point why it's dark is because it's within a dark void, the infinite black hole that Satan created when sin occurred.
So you're saying that there's multiverse?
Exactly. It's within the one universe, the infinite universe we're within is where the multiverse is within.
So there's multiple gods, or God is only one God and sees all time, right?
Well, the one and only God is God my Jesus Christ, but there's other gods that were given authority, like Buddha, um,
And Trump,
and plenty of gods.
Then how does God know different timelines? Like
we were
this
talking.
timeline, the current timeline,
Alan.
and the ultimate timeline.
Oh, yeah, I want to tell you something.
Hold up, Hydro. Yeah.
So you want to know my dress code for my school?
What's that?
So for girls, you can wear tank tops, but they can't be spaghetti straps.
Yeah, because you don't want to show you know what.
And but you can wear like the thick straps.
Mm,
And then crop tops only if you wear a jacket under it.
okay.
Or
Damn,
you can wear
dude.
long pants without stripes on them.
All right.
And then I don't know about boys, really nothing. I don't know.
Yeah, stupid.
James is only shirtless. That's it. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Unless you're like
and then
exercising.
Jordan feels like
Is
shoes,
wrong.
no beanie shorts. I don't know what else, but yeah.
I don't want to talk to Hydro Solar. But but overall cause God of my Jesus Christ, He's all knowing, you know. And that's how I got that gift of knowledge to him, because people are like saying, "How are you all knowing as well?" It's because they can be rare for certain individuals, because God Almighty Jesus Christ provided that gift of knowledge, you know. So certain individuals' knowledge are different in terms of like their morality and like who they are, but overall they are equal in knowledge. Because if you know how to create video games, I can create it as well. So that's what I mean in equal in knowledge, you know.
Saying that. So what about Donald Mustard? Is he blessed creating video games?
I mean, if me and you, especially him, knows how to play, or not play video game, knows how to create like gaming content, then like not like YouTube type of gaming content. I mean, like for Fortnite, for example, then yeah, obviously he's blessed.
Because he used to be the CEO, the creative director.
I wish he was CEO, because if I was CEO, Charlie White and Donald Mustard, then we'll be the trios, you know.
Yeah.
Would you want to consider being CEO of Epic Game?
What?
Would you want to consider being CEO of Epic Games?
Probably not. Too much for me.
Got you. So you don't necessarily want to be a CEO in your like lifetime.
Oh, Mikey.
Maybe at some point. I'm gonna be a director.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, what's that?
Look, come.
Hold up, Hydro.
Come really quick.
Okay.
Because Jenny sent me this video, so like she sent me a lot of videos. I'm using different like capcut edits, but I can't use one of them because hold on, it's not gonna be that long coming. Maybe I just passed it. I don't know. Oh yeah, I passed it. Hold on, it's probably over here. Oh, it's past 3. Okay, yeah, it's coming. There's one more. Oh yeah, it's coming. So like, she sent me this, that, that. She sent me this, but I can't show it because it shows my.
Loser.
Huh? Remember this one? Oh, I don't think you were there. I think we're at her dad's house. We're just cooking. And then this. This was Halloween. This is me trying boa for the first time.
How old were you?
If Johnny had that haircut probably like, yeah, I think it says the year. No, it doesn't.
Hold up.
Oh, I know when. I was like 7, 8.
Got you.
And this is like oh, look, this is a photo of me and you. Come, quick. Me and you at the movie. I don't know.
Which movie?
I don't know.
Barbie.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, my bad. I was doing something at the moment.
It's okay. Hey, Mike, what do you guys think too?
Hold up. Wow. Apparently, man, simping over Asian chicks.
Yes, CQ.
Would you want to consider having an Asian girl?
Yeah.
Might as well.
I'm simping.
You can be Asian clapping.
Yeah. I don't want to simp.
Nah, you definitely should simp. But yeah, overall,
You tell me more about it. Sorry, I got
no, it's all good.
busy.
But yeah, but as I was mentioning about Adam and Eve, like they never aged. They were like, you know, physically a kid because like that's who humans are meant to be before sin occurred. And so the first man to sin was Cain. He was the first man to sin. You know.
Yeah. Sorry, I was simping.
Mike, are you scared?
Nah.
Yeah. Mikey, are you excited?
Yeah, man, I
Who's
can't wait to
excited?
go on vacation and hit up some of those Mexicans.
Oh no. Ew.
Diablo!
So does your job give you money?
No, it's an internship.
So you'll just be working for free? Or it's not
That's
that
something
hard?
new.
Not nothing hard, obviously.
Well,
Oh
there's
yeah,
nothing
we're all
hard.
gonna die!
Huh?
One thing hard is probably losing mom.
Simp traveler.
If you don't cry if you lose mom, then you're probably like,
Mike.
So you don't cry what?
if you don't cry when anyone like this family, like dad, mom, anyone, girlfriend, like grandparents, family, if you don't cry for that, or at least be sad, then I think that you're just sort of like that because who doesn't cry for
Like psychotic?
like the one that I was telling him, I said, I'm telling your mom on you, and he said, I don't have a mom, and I started laughing at that. Because he knows
Bruh. Hold on, give me a minute.
last time he was so dying.
Mike,
Yo.
are you busy?
No.
Okay. Hey, can I call you back when I get back home?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Alright, I'll see you in a bit.
What are you doing?
Currently playing GTA.
You're streaming?
Obviously.
You're playing with Uzu?
Nah.
Why? What is he?
I'm currently playing GT5 on Direct Mode, Valentina.
I know, but are you gonna play with him today?
Possibly later today on Fortnite.
Oh, I think Dad will leave today. I don't know if you know.
Why's that?
I think
That's
that
fucked up.
Dad will leave. I don't know.
Again? Damn. 3 days in a row?
What? 3?
2 days in a row, I meant?
That's really weird. I don't know how you said 3. Yes, really.
Not really.
You're laughing at yourself. You always say that.
No, I'm laughing at you.
No, not like you, because you're saying, yes, Willie. Yes, Willie. Well, my bus is strict. Students. I was
Mm.
playing a shooting game and the two students got mad, but Miss Rose said, Miss Rose said,
Shooting game?
like you shoot them. She said I could play, but she got in front of me.
Like toddlers?
No,
Oh.
there's no toddlers in school. Why would a Oh, I know why.
Not really.
Haha, you just said it. Yeah. Yes. You guys are drunk right now. Yeah. You're never here.
I did research and mentions that you could head there.
Okay, but you're not going to have it on
Why that?
Imagine, no?
I'll mention to him.
What's some things you can do there? Literally, is the go-karts and the trampolines. That's it.
I could jump on the trampoline.
Yeah, trampoline and the go-karts. That's literally all you can do.
Well, I don't want to head to Sky Zone.
Huh?
Why don't? Was it the one we had there with Mom?
Sky Zone?
No, the Urban Air.
Yeah, the one where you and
Yeah, and I was there this year, so
Okay, but what did you do?
remember we were jumping on those like small trampolines near that slide or whatever, or not slide or whatever.
Wait. Hold on, let me ask Siri if she wants to sit or not. Okay. Hey Siri, how old do you have to be to stop going to movies? Why did you say 7? That's rich. Cause isn't Elena gonna she gives me teens and that's 6?
Well, she's 17 because we're heading there on Saturday. She's 17 at like 17 and a half. Yo, what's good?
Wait, but hold on. Let me see what I think I know like 2 things to talk about. Probably like also the bigger companies that have to talk to like UBT Cloud and then what else do we talk about? There's like a toddler thing. I can't remember. Wait, no, teenagers can remember. Not teenagers. And then it's
Hey, yo.
not the trampoline, not the trampoline. It's a trampoline.
I'm gonna mention it. Can a 21-year-old possibly go on head to Urban Air Watch?
Wait, they said they have no age limit, and that's gonna 85-year-old.
Yeah, that'll possibly be me like in California at Urban Air.
10, 50, so always 40-year-olds. They still said yes, 40-year-olds. There's 40-year-olds. And I love you to come.
Alright.
I should let you come.
Why that? You got your friends heading? Yes, a 20-year-old can head to Urban Air as they have no age limits for admittance.
Let me ask Zach if he can come, because he asked him and says my birthday.
And welcome visitors of all ages.
I'm gonna tell him, is this okay with you? So I'm gonna tell him that you can't go in the military. I told him.
Like the toddlers.
No, there's no time limit. That was just routine. Like, do not go in. Dad, can you tell me if this is okay? Dad, can Mikey come to Urban Air on Saturday?
Mention that there's no age limit as long as he goes to areas that he's allowed to. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jack, I'm gonna possibly be right back. At the moment, I'm gonna consider charging my trimmer real quick.
Wait,
We should skip the part where I'm not necessarily AFK. Alright, chat. Take a shower, like, what is, like... So you mentioned 8 guns in the video also?
Oh, guys, typing more on the thing. Because he's typing. He's gonna have fun with him.
Just mention because it's my versus the... I'm actually gonna end right here though, chat, because I'm gonna consider listening to music for quite a bit what's in my basement and exercise or whatever. If you want to see more of me playing GT5 online, or excuse me, GT5 direct mode, be sure to leave a comment down below. I'd like to end right here. Take it easy, chat.